I'm fine with a Justice Hammer winning. I'm fine with Mr. Kirigiri winning, but Sayaka is where I draw the line. Man, what a good Pokemon. I swear. Salt for life. Alright. Oh, this is not the, hold on. Hold the phone. No. Play the, there we go. Good day, good people. It is the year of the Aviator. And we are back. It is Thursday with more Danganronpa Hunger Games. This time we're going all the way back. It is a true throwback Thursday with Trigger, Happy, Havoc. We have these 16 students and some extras because I always have to. Competing in another brand of killing game. Who will be the last man or woman standing? Find out who is the true ultimate or etc. from Trigger, Happy, Havoc because I had to get real creative with this one. Like, you know how in Danganronpa 2 and in Danganronpa 3 you have all these extra characters other than the 16 students. But in Trigger, Happy, Havoc, it was pretty bare bones in terms of it's just those 16 characters. But we're gonna get into it and you will see how creative I had to be. But before that, thank you everyone because we hit 100 subscribers and that means I finally got the beautiful, magnifique custom URL. No more OQWX34, I don't even remember what it is. It is now /US Aviator. Beautiful. But if you're new to the channel and you like the Danganronpa Hunger Games series, click like and subscribe because there will be more, including a very special one this coming week after this one because I'm excited for that one. But hey. Let's get right into the action. Let's introduce our district setup. Ladies and gentlemen, in District 1, we have Makoto and Hina. In District 2, we have my man Togami with Celeste. We're just gonna call her Celeste. In District 3, we have Chihiro with Hifumi. And in District 4, we have Junko with Taka. In District 5, we have Kyoko, Miss Kirigiri, with Leon. And in District 6, we have Mondo, who I will never call Mundo again, I promise. Don't hold me to that, actually. It might be a slip of the tongue. With Sakura. In District 7, we have Sayaka with Toko. And I don't know if this is your first video, you should know that me and Sayaka, we are not homies. We are not pals. We are not buds. No, I hate Sayaka. When I first played Trigger, Happy, Havoc, I didn't really know what to expect, but when she turned heel on me and tried to blame me for that murder, first of all, it says spoilers in the description, so my rage was so real. I was like, I wasted all my free time with you. That son of a... In District 8, we have Yasuhiro. I love Hero with a passion. And we have Mukuro, whose image is a little bit stretched out because I tried, you guys, but she is difficult. She has no official sprites, so it's just difficult for her. But that's where we had to start getting creative. As you can see, in District 9, we have Monokuma with Toko's other half, Genocide Jack. In District 10 and 11... I was grasping for straws, so we have the Justice Hammer family, Justice Hammer 1, Justice Hammer 2, and in District 11, the almighty Justice Hammer 3, along with Robot Justice himself, cutting off District 11, and in District 12, we have Mr. Kyoko's dad, Mr. Kirigiri, along with Alter Ego, and that is our district setup. And as soon as I realized, I was having a good time getting all the pictures for the Justice Hammers, and then I realized a Justice Hammer could win, and I would be so mad. But regardless of who I don't want to win, This is the part of the video where I ask you to take a moment and pause and reflect on everyone we have here and tell me who you think will win. Tell me two things: the district you think that will take home the victory, and the person you think that will take home the victory. That is up to 3 characters. That's a 1 in 8 chance for you to take home a victory. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I hope you paused it. You better pause it right now. Wow, that's a good selection you wrote down there. Good on you. Good on you. And if you didn't pause it and you just saw me freeze there for a second and wait for you to pause it, you ain't real. I personally have not given a single ounce of thought as to who will pull away with the victory on this one. So, I'm going to make a decision right now and say Toko. Give it to Toko. Give it to Toko. I was about to say Sayaka, but I couldn't do it. I literally could not. I couldn't do it. I could not side with it. I could not. I'm sorry, you guys. I couldn't do it. I thought it was stronger than this, but I'm not. But let's put that all behind us. Click proceed, hit the music, and start this killing game. Who will be the ultimate from Trigger Happy Havoc? Let's find out. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds! Sound the horns! Beautiful. This is the bloodbath, and Alter Ego is directly running away from the cornucopia. Justice Hammer 2 and Junko fight for a bag. Junko retreats. Justice Hammer 2 is going for the gold. Justice Hammer 1 grabs a shovel. That seems counterintuitive. Makoto runs away from the cornucopia. Celeste breaks Leon's nose for a breadbasket. Hopefully he's not dead. Hopefully he didn't like bleed out from his nose. That would be terrible. Togami finds a canteen full of water. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia, as does Taka. Justice Hammer 3 also skedaddles away from the cornucopia, but Hiro actually runs away with a lighter and some rope. Interesting. Mr. Kirigiri runs away from the cornucopia. Justice Hammer receives a trident from inside of the cornucopia. I was hoping he'd receive a hammer. Hino runs away from the cornucopia. Mukuro finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Very dangerous in her hands. Very dangerous indeed. Sakura takes a sickle from inside of the cornucopia. Genocide Jack runs away from the cornucopia, as does Kyoko and Sayaka. And Toko and Chihiro running away from the cornucopia, as does Monokuma and Mondo, who finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. I don't think anybody died. Nobody during the bloodbath. There we go. Celeste tries to sleep through the entire day. It is day 1, ladies and gentlemen, and you know who finds a river? Kyoko does. And Leon, Justice Hammer 1, Genocide Jack Taka raid Chihiro's camp while he's hunting, and in comparison, Justice Robot, Mondo, Justice Hammer 2, and Hifumi and Hina hunt for other tributes. Monokuma is unable to convince Sayaka not to kill him. Oh no, she's going crazy, man. She was like, he's not gonna pick me, I'm gonna kill everybody. Junko and Makoto work together for the day. That seems interesting. Interesting indeed. Toko receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Togami and Sakura split up to search for resources. Mr. Kirigiri and Alter Ego work together for the day. Justice Hammer 3 discovers a cave. Mukuro makes a slingshot, and Yasuhiro, Yasuhiro receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. It says 2 cannon shots, but only 1 person died. Ladies and gentlemen, shockingly enough, Monokuma, the killer bear, the bringer of despair, beautiful rhyme there. And I just keep going, oh my goodness. Hit the Claire de Lune. Monokuma. Interesting. And just to prove it, we've seen this before. That happens sometimes, that first one shows up on the first series of deaths. I don't know why, nobody knows why, but he is the only one who is deceased. Everyone else still alive, shockingly enough, but let's proceed. Sakura looks at the night sky. Chihiro is awakened by nightmares. Makoto destroys Togami's supplies while he's asleep. Jesus, Makoto. Justice Hammer 2 receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Sayaka screams for help, I'm sorry. Mondo lets Justice Hammer 1 into his shelter, oh my. Hina looks at the freaking Justice Hammers. Looks at the night sky. Hero, my man Hero, defeats Justice Hammer 3 in a fight but spares her life. Why did I make Justice Hammer 3 a girl? Because she's the biggest, baddest hammer out of all of them and she don't need no man. Justice Robot cries himself to sleep. Hifumi, Mukuro, Kyoko, and Leon and Celeste sleep in shifts. Jeez Louise, everyone's just teaming up. Genocide Jack cooks her food before putting out her fire. Junko throws a knife into Taka's chest. Jesus. Toko severely injures Alter Ego but puts him out of his misery. Oh no. Mr. Kirigiri sets up camp for the night. I think we had 2 deaths at that time. We are on to day 2 officially. Sayaka constructs a shack. Junko, Justice Hammer 2, Leon, and Chihiro hunt for tributes. Mr. Kirigiri receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Genocide Jack dies of dysentery. Hero stalks Justice Robot. Poor Genocide Jack. Dysentery is always the worst way to go. And I always assume it's gonna be Nekomaru who's dying of it. Hina and Justice Hammer 1 split up for resources. Toko and Sakura work together for the day. Makoto stabs Hifumi in the back with a trident. Oh my goodness. So much for innocent Hope Boy. Makoto stabs Hifumi in the back with a trident. Celeste constructs a shack. Justice Hammer 3 goes hunting. Togami receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Kyoko and Mukuro work together for the day, and Mondo bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Oh, Mondo. Now we have a whole list of fallen tributes as opposed to the one before. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire de Lune. Taka. Alter Ego. Genocide Jack. Hifumi. Mondo. Just like that. There we go. We have, it's looking okay for, I don't know what to say. District 9's completely out, so if you chose District 9 in the comments, sucks to suck. But my pick is still in, so let's celebrate a little bit before we walk into the next round and my pick dies. Toko, please survive. I'm glad you survived Genocide Jack, because I was kind of low-key hoping that Genocide Jack won, and I was like, I half won. That's a half victory for me. That's not gonna happen. Hopefully, if someone else picked Genocide Jack and I picked Toko, I'll share my half victory with you. It's a full victory for me, but it's a half victory for you. Let's proceed! Makoto thinks about winning. At the forefront of Night 2, Kyoko severely injures Celeste and leaves her to die. Justice Hammer 1 and Justice Hammer 3 huddle for warmth. Ooh, oh my. Oh my goodness, oh my. Ooh, boy. That is quite the pairing. 1 plus 3 equals 4. I can't think of a 4 pun. 4 more years of winter. Leon looks at the 4 more years of winter. I don't even. Leon looks at the night sky. Sakura and Togami huddle for warmth. That's a pairing that I did not think about ever seeing, and I don't think I want to. Sayaka cooks her food before putting out her fire. Justice Hammer 2, Mr. Kirigiri, Toko, and Robot Justice tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Hina sees a fire but stays hidden. Chihiro, Mukuro, and Junko cheerfully sing songs together. I don't like you 3 singing songs together, I don't. Chihiro's just an innocent snow pea in this trio right now of the Despair Sisters and her singing songs. Hiro is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Seems accurate. Day 3, Justice Hammer 2 receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Justice Hammer 3 defeats Sakura in a fight, but decides to spare her life. Thwack. Mr. Kirigiri tends to Togami's wounds. What a good headmaster. Chihiro is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Sayaka discovers a river. Robot Justice receives an explosive. There's so many explosives in play right now, and it scares me. Toko discovers a cave. Stay there, Toko. Hina runs away from Junko. Kyoko practices her archery. Yasuhiro sleeps through the entire day. Also seems accurate. Makoto searches for firewood. Justice Hammer 1 kills Leon with a sickle. What? I would assume that Justice Hammer 1 would just kill Leon with Justice Hammer 1. But Mukuro is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 cannon shots. Claire de Lune. Celeste. Leon. And let's see their statuses. Let's see. Still only 1 district out completely. We only lost 2 people that day. I'm not sure why I'm surprised, but we all know in this series that a single arena event can wipe out 10 people in a day. Or more, or less, but I've seen 10 people in a day, and oh boy. Oh boy. Let's proceed. Let's proceed and hope that we don't get something, or well, let's hope we do. Who knows, who knows, who knows. Either way is fine with me. Night 3. Junko, Robot Justice, and Hiro get into a fight. Junko triumphantly kills them both. That's some heavy despair right there. Sakura thinks about winning. Mukuro receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Toko thinks about home. Justice Hammer 3 sees the fire, but says none of the Justice Hammers have died, have they? Justice Hammer 3 sees the fire, stays hidden. Hina passes out from exhaustion. Take a nap, girl, take a nap. Mr. Kirigiri and Chihiro talk about the tribute still alive. Togami tends to his wounds. Makoto thinks about winning. Kyoko tries to treat her infection. Sayaka goes to sleep. Justice Hammer 1 begs for Justice Hammer 2 to kill him. She refuses, keeping Justice Hammer 1 alive. Alright, the Justice Hammers they're getting into it right now. But day 4. Kyoko and Justice Hammer 2 hunt for other tributes. Justice Hammer 1 begs for Justice Hammer 3 to kill him. You are doing so much begging for death. She refuses, keeping Justice Hammer 1 alive. Junko explores the arena. Makoto is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Toko makes a wooden spear. Oh my gosh. Sakura silently snaps Hina's neck. Sakura, that's your home, that's your ride or die, and you killed her. I don't know how to feel about that, Sakura. I guess you were technically a traitor, but you weren't really a Sakura, please. Sakura. Mr. Kirigiri collects fruit from a tree. Chihiro stalks Togami, Mukuro thinks about home, and Sayaka, who's still in and it bothers me, searches for a water source. Ladies and gentlemen, when did Robot Justice die? Did I skip that? Well, hopefully you guys saw it, because I don't remember reading it. Maybe I did. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Claire de Lune. Robot Justice. Hiro. Hina. Shocked. Robot Justice died before any of the Justice Hammers. And that's interesting. It's still a good spread of people. The Justice Hammers are all still in, and that worries me. But we'll keep going. We'll proceed. Makoto, Toko, Justice Hammer 2, and Justice Hammer 1 sleep in shifts. Mr. Kirigiri attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Togami loses sight of where he is. Sayaka lets Mukuro into her shelter. Oh my. Justice Hammer 3 hums quietly, don't know how. Sakura loses sight of where she is. Junko destroys Kyoko's supplies while she's asleep. And Chihiro goes to sleep. It is now the day 5. Sayaka accidentally steps on a landmine. Glorious! We did it, guys. I'm fine with a Justice Hammer winning. I'm fine with Mr. Kirigiri winning, but Sayaka is where I draw the line. Mr. Kirigiri receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Justice Hammer 3 picks flowers. You're confusing me, Justice Hammer 3. Togami poisons Chihiro's drink. He drinks it and dies. Chihiro, no. Kyoko collects fruit from a tree. Sakura explores the arena. Junko runs away from Justice Hammer 1. Mukuro practices her archery. She does have the bows and arrows and quivers. Toko runs away from Justice Hammer 2. A lot of running away from the Justice Hammers. And Makoto makes a wooden spear. Oh no. Arena event. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Justice Hammer 1 survives. Justice Hammer 3 survives. Sakura hugs a tracker jacker nest, believing it to be a pillow. Sounds like she's dead. Justice Hammer 2 survives. Mukuro eats a scorpion thinking it's a delicate dessert. Okay, this is great because I've never seen this arena event. Togami hugs a tracker jacker nest, believing it to be a pillow. R.I.P. Junko eats a scorpion, and just like that, the Despair Sisters are both gone. Thinking it a delicate dessert, Kyoko survives. Mr. Kirigiri mistakes Toko for a bear and kills her. Jesus. And Makoto eats a scorpion, thinking it's a delicate dessert. All of the Justice Hammers survived, didn't they? This is looking really good for them. And just like that, 8 cannon shots. Ladies and gentlemen, some heavy Claire de Lune. I ain't gonna say your name, Psych. I ain't about that life. Chihiro. Sakura. Mukuro. Togami. Junko. Toko. Makoto. And let's see the status just like that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so I didn't realize it at the time, but now that I do, it is Kyoko, her dad, and the 3 Justice Hammers. It's father-daughter versus the Justice Hammers right now. That's what it looks like to me. This is interesting. This is an interesting development, you guys. Alright. I expected at least one of the Justice Hammers to die. I figured it would be like a one Justice Hammer versus somebody, but oh boy, let's proceed. Who will win, a Kirigiri or a Justice Hammer? Justice Hammer 1 and Justice Hammer 3 talk about the tribute still alive, but Justice Hammer 2 repeatedly stabs Kyoko to death with sighs. Just like that, we lost every member of the class. Mr. Kirigiri receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Kirigiri, it's up to you, Mr. Kirigiri. Mr. Kyoko's dad, please. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Mr. Kirigiri decides not to go to the feast. Justice Hammer 1 decides not to go to the feast, but Justice Hammer 3 ambushes Justice Hammer 2 and kills her, the first Justice Hammer death of the game. Day 6. Justice Hammer 3 defeats 1 in a fight, but spares his life. Mr. Kirigiri practices his archery. Proceed, Claire de Lune, 2 cannon shots, ladies and gentlemen. Kyoko. Justice Hammer 2. Okay. It is Justice Hammer 1, Justice Hammer 3, and Kyoko's dad. Okay. Alright, let's see who wins. This is ridiculous. Justice Hammer 1 climbs a tree to rest. Mr. Kirigiri severely injures Justice Hammer 3 and leaves her to die. Just like that is Justice Hammer 1 and Mr. Kirigiri in the final face-off. I don't expect anyone in the comments to pick either of these characters, but let's see who wins. Are you guys ready? It's time to proceed. It's Mr. Kirigiri versus Justice Hammer 1, and Justice Hammer 1 kills Mr. Kirigiri, Mr. Kyoko's dad, with a hatchet. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 cannon shots. Claire de Lune. Justice Hammer 3. Mr. Kirigiri. Yeah, okay. Let's see everybody's status. We don't really need to because we know. We know if you ain't first, you're last. And ladies and gentlemen, in first place, the winner from District 10, Justice Hammer 1. Alright, yeah, I can't say I would have ever predicted the final 4 people. All of the Justice Hammers and Kyoko's dad. Never would have seen it coming. Never, not once. But now, we know that the ultimate was Justice Hammer 1. And you know what? Even though it was the smallest of the Justice Hammers, it is the Justice Hammer that dealt the most damage out of the Justice Hammers and came out on top with the win. Where did Toko finish? 7th? I'm fine with that. You did okay, Toko. Finished 7th place in District 7. I like the matching. You were like, I gotta get out now. This is the end of my life. Okay. Wow. Alright, well, you guys, you see the result. Let's see. Oh, I was wondering when Robot Justice died, actually. So we'll look at that. These are all of the things. Doodly-doo-doo. Right, when she triumphantly killed them both. I forgot. I did read that. I was like, I don't think I skipped anything. I'm up to par on my reading skills. Anywho. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Trigger Happy Havoc, Hunger Games, Justice Hammer 1 wins. In terms of which student came in first place, Kyoko won. So if you pick Kyoko, you get a gold star. You don't get a win, but you get a gold star. As for next week, it is the 9th episode of Danganronpa Hunger Games, and let me tell you, it is going to be exciting because we are done with going strictly by the games because now I don't have to get too creative. But in the comments below, I want you to come up with your own custom district, like a technology district featuring Kibo and either Mew or Chihiro, or like an animal-friendly district featuring Gonta and Gonta and my boy, the Supreme Overlord of Ice, Gundam Tanaka. Give me pairings like that, because next episode is going to be district-based. We are going to have actual little teams of 2, even though they won't be fighting together. And you guys will pick which district you think are gonna win. So give me good district suggestions in the comments below. I have a good handful, a good chunk of them already, but I need some more, so tell me what you think. Give me some in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been the year of the Aviator, and for our winner, Justice Hammer 1, I still can't believe it. This is your United States Aviator taking off, telling you to stay classy, passengers, and I will see you all next week for the district show-off. Showdown? Showdown, not show-off. I guess we'll be showing off the killing skills. Toodaloo, flight crew, thanks again for 100 subscribers. Let's get to 200. Nah, I was gonna say 100,000, but that's a stretch, you guys. That's a stretch. Yes, this is chapstick, but it's still a stretch. Toodaloo, flight crew.